Welcome to our channel. USA Coin Spot. Rare Washington quarters hiding in plain sight. Are you sitting on a fortune? Top 1. Hey there, coin lovers and curious minds across America. What if I told you there's a 25-cent coin sitting in a drawer somewhere that could actually be worth more than a brand new MacBook? Yes, you heard that right. One special quarter from 2014, yes, just 2014, is catching the eyes of collectors and auction houses across the country. And it's not just any quarter. It's from the 2014 proof set, and if you've got the right one in the right condition, you might just be holding on to a mini jackpot. So let's dive into this shiny little money magnet. We're talking about the Washington quarter dollar, the one that came out as part of the America the Beautiful series. In 2014, 5 different designs were minted, honoring national sites across the U.S., from Great Smoky Mountains to Everglades. Beautiful, detailed, mirror-like coins struck with precision, but only a few proof coins hold the secret treasure we're about to reveal. Now, don't go raiding your piggy bank just yet. We're not talking about just any quarter from 2014. We're focusing on those dazzling San Francisco minted proof coins, the ones with that tiny S mint mark, found in the official U.S. mint proof sets. They were never released for circulation. They were meant for collectors only, which makes them rare by design. But here's where it gets really interesting. Some of these 2014 S mint quarters, when graded under perfect conditions, we're talking deep cameo, flawless surfaces, and absolutely no signs of wear, have exploded in value. A few of these coins, especially the ones struck with extreme detail and zero imperfections, have gone under the radar, until now. And here's the kicker ***, one of these coins has recently sold for nearly $3,000. ***, yes, that's right, a humble Washington quarter, just 25 cents in face value. Flipped for between $2,700 and $3,000. Let that sink in for a second. Imagine finding a coin like that sitting in a forgotten proof set in your attic. Or maybe it was passed down by a relative who collected coins but never thought much of it. Or maybe, just maybe, you bought a proof set years ago and never realized you've been holding on to pure treasure this whole time. So, how do you know if yours is valuable? First, check the mint mark. If it has an S, you're on the right track. Next, look at the condition. A coin worth thousands will have deep cameo contrast, meaning the raised design looks frosty white, and the background is a flawless mirror. These aren't pocket change coins. They've been preserved in capsules, untouched by human hands. Finally, if you really want to know the value, get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A grade of PR 70 deep cameo? That's your golden ticket. Folks, this is no ordinary quarter. It's proof, literally, that sometimes the most unexpected treasures are hiding in plain sight. One small coin. One massive payday. Keep your eyes open, check your sets, and don't underestimate the power of a shiny little Washington. Because yes, a 2014 Washington quarter from a proof set has sold for between $2,700 and $3,000. Now tell me, wouldn't it be nice to flip a quarter and catch a $1,000 smile? Thanks for watching. And remember, the next time you see a 2014 quarter, don't spend it. Study it. You just might be holding history. Top 2. Alright, let's talk about something that might change the way you look at pocket change forever. Because buried in an old US mint proof set, sitting silently in a forgotten drawer, or hiding in a collector's case, could be one of the most unexpected moneymakers in American coin history. I'm talking about the 1971 Washington quarter. Not the average one you find in circulation, but the rare, proof-struck beauty from the official US mint proof set. This isn't just another shiny coin. This is the kind of coin that makes collectors drool, dealers rush to auctions, and smart owners a whole lot richer. Let's rewind a bit. The year is 1971. Gas was 36 cents a gallon. Walt Disney World had just opened. And the U.S. Mint in San Francisco was striking some of the most beautiful coins America had ever seen. These weren't regular coins. These were proof coins, made using highly polished dies struck multiple times for razor-sharp detail, and sealed away for collectors. Now here's where things get interesting. Most people think these proof coins are common and not worth much, but that's where the big mistake lies. Because a tiny percentage of these 1971 proof quarters were minted with such perfection, such flawless, mirror-like surfaces, with bold frosted designs, that they've become literal gold mines. If you've got one of these quarters with PR70 deep cameo quality, and yes, that's the highest grade possible, you're not just holding a pretty coin. You're holding a hidden treasure. Most 1971 quarters are worth, well, 25 cents. But this isn't about most quarters. This is about one of the rarest conditions ever seen from that year. This is about the collector's dream. You see, the US Mint never intended these coins to be worth thousands. But when you combine rarity, flawless condition, and high demand from collectors, the price skyrockets. We're not talking hundreds. We're not even talking 1,000. Recently, some 1971's Washington quarters in top-proof condition have stunned the market. Because these coins, this exact year, this exact proof strike, have been graded and sold for between $2,700 and a jaw-dropping $8,500. Let that sink in. A coin that says $quarter on the back might actually be worth more than a used car. So how do you know if you've got one? First, flip that coin and look for the mint mark. You're looking for an S, that's the San Francisco Mint. Second, look at the finish. Is it ultra shiny with a deep mirror surface and a frosty, sculpted George Washington? That's what collectors call deep cameo. Third, consider grading it. You'll need a professional eye. Companies like PCGS and NGC are the gold standard. If your coin scores a perfect 70, congratulations, you might just have struck silver, or, in this case, a few $1,000s. This is why collectors across the US are scrambling to revisit their proof sets. That dusty little 1971 folder could hold a coin that makes your wallet smile wide. Because, yes, a 1971 Washington quarter from the official US Mint proof set has been valued and sold for amounts ranging from $2,700 to $8,500, depending on condition and grade. So if you've got one, treat it like treasure. And if you don't, it might just be time to start hunting. Because the next big payday could be smaller than you think, and it just might say 1971 on it. Thanks for watching. Now go check those proof sets. The clock is ticking, and the quarters are calling. Top 3. What if I told you there's a coin sitting in someone's drawer right now that looks like an ordinary quarter, but it's actually a sleeping giant worth thousands, even tens of thousands, of dollars? That's not a myth. That's a reality. And today, we're talking about one specific coin that has the power to completely flip your day upside down. The 1972 Washington quarter. But not just any 1972 quarter, the rare proof version from the US Mint's official proof set. Now, this is no average pocket change. This coin wasn't meant for circulation. It wasn't tossed around in vending machines or lost between couch cushions. The 1972 proof Washington quarter was struck with precision, using specially polished dies and carefully selected planchets, producing an ultra-detailed, mirror-like finish. These were made exclusively in San Francisco, and you'll know it by the tiny S mint mark just below Washington's neck. But here's where things go from interesting to absolutely jaw-dropping. While millions of quarters were made for everyday use, only a limited number of these proof coins exist, and only a microscopic fraction of them have survived the last 50 years in flawless, untouched condition. Now imagine this. One of these 1972 proof quarters, hidden in a dusty coin set, with the right shine, the right grade, and zero imperfections, just became a jackpot. And it's not just a story. It's real. Because recently, collectors have been chasing this exact coin, the 1972 proof quarter, with furious demand. Auction houses are watching. Dealers are scrambling. Collectors are locked in bidding wars. And what they're chasing is the ultimate version of this coin. We're talking about the deep cameo strike, where George Washington looks frosty and raised, while the background behind him is a deep, glossy mirror. We're talking about a coin so perfect, it earns the PR70 grade, a flawless, museum-worthy example. Most people have no idea that this coin even exists. Fewer know that it can be worth a fortune, and almost no one realizes that one could be hiding in plain sight. Maybe in a coin collection passed down from a parent. Maybe in a safe box buried in storage. Maybe in your own home, right now. So how much is this coin really worth? Let's stop guessing and start dreaming. Because the 1972 Washington quarter, from the official U.S. Mint proof set, in pristine, perfect condition, has stunned collectors by selling for amounts ranging from $2,700 all the way up to an unbelievable $75,000 ***, depending on the strike quality, rarity, and grading. Yes, you heard that correctly. A coin that looks like it's worth 25 cents has sold for as high as $75,000. And the best part? This is a coin most people overlook. It doesn't have silver. It's not an error. It's not foreign. It's not exotic. It's American. It's classic. It's 1972. ***. So before you walk past that old proof set on your shelf, before you toss that quarter back into your change jar, take one more look. Because your next big payday might not be in your paycheck. It could be sitting right there in your coin case. Go check your 1972 quarters. Especially the ones with the S Mint mark. Especially the ones in original proof packaging. Especially the ones that shine like a mirror and sparkle like a diamond. Because you never know, that little 25-cent piece could be your $75,000 miracle. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, in the world of coins, the small ones can change everything. Top 4. You might want to hold onto your seat, because today we're uncovering a story that's going to make you question everything you've ever tossed into a change jar. What if I told you a single coin from 1977, something as common looking as a Washington quarter, could be worth more than a luxury vacation, more than a brand new car, maybe even more than your entire savings account? It sounds insane. But it's not a myth. It's real, and the truth is sitting inside a quiet little case marked proof set. Now listen closely, because the coin we're talking about is not your average quarter that's been passed from hand to hand for decades. It's something far more special, far more rare, and far more valuable. We're diving deep into the world of the 1977 Washington quarter, but not just any 1977 quarter. This is the one minted at the San Francisco Mint, sealed inside the official United States Mint proof set. It's a coin made with laser precision, struck multiple times for crystal clarity, and designed to look more like a work of art than simple currency. These proof coins were never meant to be spent. They were made for collectors, carefully preserved, sealed, and stored in special display cases. But most people have no idea what's really sitting inside those cases. What looks like a shiny 25-cent piece might just be a hidden fortune. Let's break it down. Proof coins from 1977 feature an S Mint mark, indicating they were struck in San Francisco. But only a tiny number of them were minted in such pristine condition that they could achieve perfect proof grades, with shimmering, mirror-like fields and frosted, sculpted details known as deep cameo. These coins, when untouched, uncirculated, and professionally graded as flawless by services like PCGS or NGC, become extremely rare. And in the coin collecting world, rarity plus condition equals massive value. Now, most people think a coin has to have a mint error, or be from the 1800s, or be made of silver or gold to be worth serious money. Not this time. The 1977 Washington quarter is made of copper nickel, just like the ones you've probably seen hundreds of times. But the proof version from the official set, in absolute pristine condition, that's the jackpot. You could be staring at one right now and not even know it. In a box in your garage, in a collection passed down by your grandfather, or buried in a drawer of forgotten keepsakes. And here's the part that will blow your mind. This single coin, this proof 1977 quarter, has shocked collectors and auction houses across the country. Because in top-grade condition, untouched by time, it has sold for staggering amounts. Not hundreds, not even thousands. Collectors have paid anywhere from $2,700 all the way up to an eye-popping $79,000 for the right example. Yes, you heard that right. A coin with just 25 cents stamped on the front has been valued and sold for as much as $79,000. And it's not just a fantasy. It's happened. This coin is out there. And it might be in someone's hands right now, completely unrecognized. So here's your next move. If you've got a 1977 proof set from the US Mint, dig it out. Look for the quarter with the S mint mark. Check the shine. Look for a strong contrast, deep cameo style, where the background looks like a mirror and the portrait of Washington looks icy and bold. Then, if you think it could be the one, get it graded by a trusted service. Because a perfect grade could mean a life-changing payout. Don't underestimate this coin just because it looks ordinary. In the world of coin collecting, the difference between common and collectible is a matter of millimeters. And one flawless strike. So go check your coin sets, your safe boxes, your inherited collections. You never know. You could be holding on to 25 cents. Or you could be holding on to a piece of metal worth $79,000. Thanks for watching. And remember, in this world, even the smallest coins can lead to the biggest surprises. Top 5. If you're someone who thinks a quarter is just pocket change, you might want to sit down, because what we're about to reveal will completely flip your understanding of what a small coin can be worth. This isn't rumor. This isn't hype. This is 100% real, and it's taking the coin world by storm. We're talking about the 1978 Washington quarter. But not the one you'd find in your change after buying coffee. We're talking about a coin so rare, so stunning, and so shockingly valuable, that it has left collectors speechless, and auction rooms frozen in disbelief. Now, here's what you need to know. In 1978, the US Mint struck millions of Washington quarters for circulation. But a much smaller batch was struck at the San Francisco Mint, using polished dies and specially treated planchets, made only for collectors. These special coins were sealed inside the official US Mint proof sets. These proof quarters weren't meant for everyday use. They were never supposed to see a vending machine or a coin jar. They were designed with purpose, created to be flawless, with dazzling mirror-like fields and frosty, sculpted details. But here's the twist. Most people have absolutely no idea what these coins are truly worth. Because over time, some of these proof quarters, sealed away and forgotten, have turned out to be nothing short of gold mines. You see, it's not just about the year. It's about the condition, the rarity, the grade. Coins that have been perfectly preserved, with no blemishes, no scratches, no signs of age, are the ones that can explode in value. And when we say explode, we mean life-changing money. These coins, when professionally graded as PR70 deep cameo, are the absolute pinnacle of perfection. And in the coin world, that level of perfection can turn 25 cents into a fortune. Now imagine this. A coin sitting in a proof set, untouched since 1978. A coin that looks ordinary to most people, just a shiny quarter in a plastic case. But under the right light, with the right grade, in the hands of the right collector, that coin becomes something extraordinary. And this isn't speculation. It's fact. Because recently, the 1978 Washington quarter, from the official US Mint proof set, has made headlines for being one of the most valuable modern quarters ever sold. Not for $100, not for $1,000, not even for $5,000. This very coin, in absolute top-tier condition, has sold for amounts ranging from $2,700 all the way up to a jaw-dropping $81,000. Yes, let that sink in for a second. A quarter, just 25 cents in face value, sold for as much as $81,000. Can you imagine? A coin you could have in your house right now. A coin you inherited from a grandparent. A coin sealed in a proof set sitting in the back of a drawer for decades. Could actually be worth more than a luxury car. And the best part? There are still coins out there that haven't been discovered. Still proof sets gathering dust in attics. Still forgotten collections waiting to be unlocked. So here's what you need to do. Go find your 1978 US Mint proof set. Take a close look at the quarter. Look for the S Mint mark. That's San Francisco. Check the shine. Is it flawless? Does it have a frosty design and a mirror-like background? That's the deep cameo effect. And if it looks promising, get it professionally graded. Because a perfect score could mean a payout that changes your life. This isn't just about coins. It's about knowing what you have, and not letting treasure slip through your fingers unnoticed. Because yes, a 1978 Washington quarter from the U.S. Mint proof set has sold for between $2,700 and $81,000, based solely on condition and rarity. That's the kind of truth that makes you look twice at every coin you've ever saved. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next time you see a shiny old quarter, don't just spend it, study it, because it might just be your golden ticket, hiding in plain sight. Top 6. What if I told you that buried inside an old coin case, sealed in plastic since 1982, there's a coin that looks like an ordinary quarter, but could actually make you rich? This isn't some collector fantasy. It's not a myth. It's a fact. And today, we're revealing the shocking truth about one of the most overlooked treasures in American coin history, the 1982 Washington quarter from the official U.S. Mint proof set. This isn't the kind of quarter you find in your change after grabbing fast food. This one never touched a vending machine, never saw a cash register, and never made it to anyone's pocket. Because this coin, the proof version, was minted in San Francisco, struck with extreme precision, and sealed straight into collector sets. It was made for beauty, not for spending. But here's what most people don't realize: not all proof coins are equal. Some are stunning, some are flawless, and a very small number are so perfect, so rare, that they've become modern-day gold mines. And yes, the 1982 quarter is one of them. Now let's talk about what makes it so special. These proof quarters were struck with specially polished dies and planchets, creating a design so sharp and reflective, it looks like glass. But only a few survive. In absolute perfect condition, what grading experts call PR70 deep cameo. And in the coin world, that grade changes everything. We're talking about a coin that cost the US Mint only cents to produce. Yet today, it's worth more than most used cars. Why? Because it checks every box. White heavy check mark, it's rare. White heavy check mark, it's desirable. White heavy check mark, and in flawless condition. It's almost impossible to find. Imagine this. You open a drawer and find an old US proof set from 1982. You wipe off the dust, open the case, and inside you see that shiny little quarter with the S mint mark. Now imagine that coin. If it's been preserved perfectly for over 40 years, could be the ticket to a payday you never saw coming. This is not a drill. This is real. In recent years, collectors have gone absolutely crazy over high-grade proof quarters from the 1980s. And the 1982 Washington quarter has become one of the most sought-after hidden gems. Why? Because while millions of quarters were made for circulation, only a fraction were struck as proofs, and an even smaller number have survived in perfect condition, and of those, just a handful have ever been graded as truly flawless. So here's the big reveal. This single coin, this 1982 proof quarter, has sold at auction, when graded at the highest possible level, for anywhere between $2,700 and a staggering $66,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that says $quarter on it has sold for as much as $66,000. Not silver, not gold, not ancient, just a perfectly preserved, proof-struck 1982 quarter from the official US Mint proof set. And it might be sitting in a box in your home right now. Here's what to look for. First, find a 1982 US proof set, the kind sold directly by the US Mint. Second, look for the quarter with the tiny S mint mark that stands for San Francisco. Third, inspect the coin for mirror-like fields and a frosty design. That deep contrast is what collectors crave. It's called deep cameo. And finally, if the coin looks perfect, with not even a hairline scratch, it's time to have it professionally graded. Because if that coin comes back with a PR70 deep cameo grade, you might just be holding on to a fortune. Let's be honest. How many people do you know who would mistake a $66,000 coin for spare change? Don't let that be you. Check your sets. Check your collections. Check your family's old boxes in the attic. Because a coin that looks like it's worth 25 cents could actually be your ticket to $66,000. Thanks for watching. And remember, in the world of coin collecting, sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest surprises. Top 7. Have you ever looked at a coin in your hand and thought, it's just 25 cents? What if I told you that one of those ordinary-looking quarters, specifically from the year 1986, could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars? Not because it's made of silver, not because it has a major error, but because it's hiding in plain sight, inside a proof set, and it's one of the most shocking surprises in modern coin collecting. In 1986, the U.S. Mint released beautifully struck proof sets from the San Francisco Mint. These coins were never meant to go into circulation. They weren't spent at the grocery store or tossed into vending machines. They were precision-made for collectors. Each coin was carefully crafted using polished dies, producing mirror-like surfaces and sharp frosted images. And if you've ever seen one fresh out of its original packaging, you know they practically glow under the light. But not all proof coins are created equal. Some have aged poorly, some have blemishes, and some were never stored properly. But a rare few? A select, tiny number? They have survived in absolutely perfect condition. Now here's where things start to get very, very interesting. Because in the world of coin collecting, there is one thing more valuable than age, more valuable than metal, more valuable than rarity alone, and that is condition. The highest possible grade a proof coin can receive is PR70, meaning it is flawless under magnification. Combine that grade with deep cameo contrast, that icy frosted design against a jet black mirrored background, and you've got a treasure. Imagine this, somewhere out there, maybe even in your house, there's a sealed 1986 US Mint proof set. Inside it is a quarter. A coin so common in appearance that most people would never give it a second glance. But under that plastic, it could be a perfect specimen. A coin that's never been touched, never been scratched, never been exposed to air or time. And if that quarter, that exact 1986 Washington quarter, is in perfect condition, it could be worth a small fortune. Most people don't believe it when they hear this. They think it's too good to be true. But the proof is right there in recent auction results. A seemingly simple 1986 proof quarter has shattered expectations and turned heads among collectors, dealers, and grading companies across the country. This isn't just talk. This is verified, documented, and shocking. These coins are being bought, sold, and chased down for serious money. You don't need to dig through hundreds of rolls. You don't need to find an error. You just need one proof set. And the right quarter in that set. So what should you be looking for? First, the quarter must have the S Mint mark, meaning it came from the San Francisco Mint. Next, it must have deep cameo contrast, that eye-popping mirror and frost combo. And most importantly, it must be flawless, the kind of flawless that only professional grading can confirm. That's when the magic happens. If you or someone in your family has a proof set from 1986 sitting around, do not ignore it. Do not assume it's worthless. Because it might just hold one of the most valuable proof coins of the modern era. And if you're lucky enough to have that coin graded PR70 deep cameo, you're not holding a quarter anymore. You're holding an asset. A payout. A serious piece of numismatic gold. So now for the part you've been waiting for. What is it actually worth? This exact coin, from the 1986 official US Mint proof set, in perfect condition, has stunned the coin collecting world by selling for amounts ranging from $2,700 all the way up to a staggering $73,000. Yes, that's real. Yes, that's documented. And yes, it could happen to you. Don't underestimate what's in your collection. Don't ignore what's in your drawer. Because that one little coin, that shiny little 25-cent piece, could be the key to a massive payday hiding in plain sight. So go check. Dig out those sets. Look carefully. Because sometimes, the most valuable things are the ones we've had all along, we just didn't know what they were worth. Top 8. Imagine holding a coin that looks like an everyday quarter but could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, a coin so ordinary in appearance that most people would toss it into a vending machine without a second thought. But what if I told you that one quarter from 1989, struck by the US Mint in a special way, has quietly become one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in America? The 1989 Washington quarter from the official U.S. Mint proof set isn't just another coin. It's a stunning piece of craftsmanship, made not for spending, but for collectors. This coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, designed to create an ultra-shiny surface with razor-sharp details. These proof quarters were sealed in protective plastic cases, preserved in perfect condition for decades, untouched, pristine, and waiting to reveal their true worth. But not every 1989 proof quarter is valuable. The secret lies in the condition. Only a tiny fraction of these quarters have survived in flawless condition, completely free of scratches, blemishes, or any sign of wear. These are the coins that reach the highest grades from professional grading services, often labeled as PR70 Deep Cameo. And when a coin reaches that perfect grade, it turns from mere pocket change into a potential gold mine. Think about it. Millions of quarters were produced in 1989 for circulation, but only a limited number were minted as proofs. And out of those, only a handful have been preserved in mint condition. Those few are like rare diamonds hidden among stones. And collectors, investors, and dealers all know it. Here's what's truly incredible. A 1989 Washington quarter from the U.S. Mint proof set, when graded at the highest level of perfection, has sold for anywhere between $2,700 and a staggering $71,000. Yes, that's right. A quarter with a face value of 25 cents can fetch more than most people earn in years. Why such a huge difference in value? Because rarity, grade, and condition matter. The closer the coin is to perfect, the more money it commands. The deep cameo effect, the contrast between the frosted design and the mirror-like background, also dramatically boosts value. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for that breathtaking look. So, what does this mean for you? If you have a 1989 U.S. Mint proof set tucked away somewhere, maybe inherited from a family member or stored in an old collection, you might have a treasure without realizing it. Pull it out, look for the quarter with the S mint mark that indicates it was struck in San Francisco, and examine the shine. If the quarter shows frosted details against a mirror finish and appears flawless, this could be your golden ticket. Getting the coin professionally graded is crucial because only certified proof coins graded at the top level can command those eye-popping prices. But even if it doesn't hit the highest grade, a well-preserved 1989 proof quarter still holds significant value and could be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, far more than just a quarter. This isn't just a story about coins. It's about recognizing the hidden value in everyday objects and understanding the power of preservation and knowledge. A seemingly simple quarter could unlock life-changing money in dreams you never thought possible. So don't just throw away or spend your quarters. Take a moment to examine them, especially if they come from proof sets. Your next visit to the attic or basement might just uncover a coin worth between $2,700 and $71,000. It's the kind of discovery that changes everything. Remember, the 1989 Washington quarter from the U.S. Mint proof set isn't just a coin, it's a potential fortune waiting to be claimed. Could you be sitting on a hidden treasure? Only one way to find out. Top 8. Imagine holding a coin that looks like an everyday quarter but could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, a coin so ordinary in appearance that most people would toss it into a vending machine without a second thought. But what if I told you that one quarter from 1989, struck by the U.S. Mint in a special way, has quietly become one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in America? The 1989 Washington quarter from the official U.S. Mint proof set isn't just another coin. It's a stunning piece of craftsmanship, made not for spending, but for collectors. This coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, designed to create an ultra-shiny surface with razor-sharp details. These proof quarters were sealed in protective plastic cases, preserved in perfect condition for decades, untouched, pristine, and waiting to reveal their true worth. But not every 1989 proof quarter is valuable. The secret lies in the condition. Only a tiny fraction of these quarters have survived in flawless condition, completely free of scratches, blemishes, or any sign of wear. These are the coins that reach the highest grades from professional grading services, often labeled as PR70 Deep Cameo. And when a coin reaches that perfect grade, it turns from mere pocket change into a potential gold mine. Think about it. Millions of quarters were produced in 1989 for circulation, but only a limited number were minted as proofs. And out of those, only a handful have been preserved in mint condition. Those few are like rare diamonds hidden among stones. And collectors, investors, and dealers all know it. Here's what's truly incredible. A 1989 Washington quarter from the U.S. Mint proof set, when graded at the highest level of perfection, has sold for anywhere between $2,700 and a staggering $71,000. Yes, that's right. A quarter with a face value of 25 cents can fetch more than most people earn in years. Why such a huge difference in value? Because rarity, grade, and condition matter. The closer the coin is to perfect, the more money it commands. The deep cameo effect, the contrast between the frosted design and the mirror-like background, also dramatically boosts value. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for that breathtaking look. So, what does this mean for you? If you have a 1989 US Mint proof set tucked away somewhere, maybe inherited from a family member or stored in an old collection, you might have a treasure without realizing it. Pull it out, look for the quarter with the S mint mark that indicates it was struck in San Francisco, and examine the shine. If the quarter shows frosted details against a mirror finish and appears flawless, this could be your golden ticket. Getting the coin professionally graded is crucial because only certified proof coins graded at the top level can command those eye-popping prices. But even if it doesn't hit the highest grade, a well-preserved 1989 proof quarter still holds significant value and could be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, far more than just a quarter. This isn't just a story about coins. It's about recognizing the hidden value in everyday objects and understanding the power of preservation and knowledge. A seemingly simple quarter could unlock life-changing money in dreams you never thought possible. So don't just throw away or spend your quarters. Take a moment to examine them, especially if they come from proof sets. Your next visit to the attic or basement might just uncover a coin worth between $2,700 and $71,000. It's the kind of discovery that changes everything. Remember, the 1989 Washington quarter from the U.S. Mint proof set isn't just a coin, it's a potential fortune waiting to be claimed. Could you be sitting on a hidden treasure? Only one way to find out. Top 10. There's a coin that many people overlook every single day. A coin that looks like it's worth just 25 cents but could actually be hiding a fortune in plain sight. That coin is the 1995 Washington quarter from the official U.S. Mint proof set, and it might be sitting in your house right now, waiting to change your life forever. Back in 1995, the U.S. Mint produced proof sets that were never meant for everyday spending. These coins were struck with incredible precision at the San Francisco Mint. Using specially polished dies and flawless planchets, each quarter was given a mirror-like finish with frosted details that shimmer beautifully. These coins were sealed in plastic cases and kept safe by collectors, but many have just been forgotten in drawers or boxes for decades. What makes the 1995 proof quarter so special is not just the stunning craftsmanship. It's the rarity of those that have survived in perfect, pristine condition. Only a small number of these quarters have the perfect strike and remain free of any blemishes, scratches, or wear. When one of these coins is graded at the highest level, known as PR70 Deep Cameo, it becomes much more than a simple quarter. It becomes a treasure. The deep cameo effect means the frosted design on the coin pops dramatically against the shiny, mirror-like background. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for that kind of eye appeal combined with flawless condition. And here's the exciting part. A 1995 Washington quarter from the U.S. Mint proof set, in that perfect condition, has been known to sell for anywhere from $2,700 to an astounding $69,000. Yes, a quarter with a face value of just 25 cents can bring in tens of thousands of dollars depending on its condition and grade. This staggering price range reflects how much serious collectors are willing to pay for perfection and rarity. If you've got a 1995 US Mint proof set gathering dust, now is the time to take a closer look. Find the quarter with the S mint mark indicating it was struck in San Francisco, and see if it shines with that unmistakable mirror finish and frosted detail. If it looks flawless to the naked eye, this could be the rare gem you've been waiting for. Sending your coin to a professional grading service can confirm its true condition and unlock its maximum value. Even if it doesn't achieve the perfect grade, a well-preserved proof quarter from 1995 still holds significant value far above its face amount. This isn't just a story about a coin. It's about uncovering hidden wealth and turning something ordinary into something extraordinary. That small quarter you might overlook every day could actually be a powerful asset waiting to be discovered. So don't take your proof sets for granted. That 1995 Washington quarter from the official U.S. Mint proof set could be worth anywhere between $2,700 and $69,000. It's more than just spare change, it could be your next big payday. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it? Only one way to find out.